Hey, it's Marco here. Part 7, Getting Screwed Purchasing Real Estate in Croatia. Today I'm going to talk about purchasing a condo in Croatia and the fact that it might be designated or classified differently. This is really relevant in the city of Zagreb right now. So I've been looking to buy another condo in Zagreb, and while I've been looking around, I've been getting offers from various developers as to the product they have. And in a couple of sheets that they have sent me offering various condos, I'm going to post one of those on this screen. They're selling condos classified or designated either as stan or apartman. Stan, I would translate into condo. It's where a family lives. It's residential real estate. Apartman is translated, obviously, apartment. Historically in Croatia, it's meant something that might be used for short-term rentals and in the tourism industry, for example. But I think that definition is evolving, and I think the word apartman actually might mean a condo that's designated or classified as commercial space, but it's been built like a condo. You might want to seek legal advice, and I would love for an architect or an urban planner to comment on this in the comments section. But my impression is there's a zoning in the city of Zagreb on building parcels and vacant lots that allows for example, 50% of the square footage of the buildable area to be commercial and 50% to be residential. Well, right now, a lot of developers, all they want to do is build residential. So the 50% of the square footage they build residential is classified as stan. That is completely fine. And if I was buying something, I would personally only buy a stan translated condo. However, I think what developers are doing is the other 50% of the square footage that's supposed to be commercial under urban planning, they're building it out as condos. So physically, it looks exactly the same as a stan, but it's called an apartman or apartment. So where's the problem? Well, from what I can research in the online forums, a number of people who have bought apartmans in Zagreb have run into some issues. For example, one individual was commenting they're getting billed for gas, the gas utility, at a commercial rate because the apartman is classified as commercial. And you never know what happens in the future. For example, electricity might be billed at higher rates to those apartmans. Mortgages could become more difficult. The banks could say, okay, we're changing our policy. If you own an apartment, that's technically commercial. So the interest rate on those mortgages is going to be higher than stan, which is residential. People aren't thinking about this going forward, but obviously developers in Zagreb are circumnavigating the zoning bylaws by classifying these condos as commercial space. And right now, there doesn't seem to be any large consequences, but in the future, there certainly can be. So once again, as I said, personally, I would only buy a stan. I would not buy an apartman. But if you're looking into buying a condo in Zagreb and it's classified as an apartman, you should definitely seek some legal advice, some opinions. Obviously, the developer is going to tell you there's no problem at all. The developers I've contacted that have sent me info sheets where they're selling stan and apartman, I've been asked what's the difference. And they've said, oh yeah, it's no big deal. All the finishing is the same. Well, if it's no big deal, why are they classified as two different things? Something to definitely keep an eye on if you're buying a condo in Croatia, specifically in the city of Zagreb, as I'm seeing a lot of buildings where half the units are stan and half the units are apartman. That's it for this week. Marco Juras.